So if I can get your attention for about the next 5-10 minutes, first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out this morning. My name is Doug Pfeffer. I'm the Senior City Impact Manager for the West Region for the Mission Continues. I've been with this organization for about 2 years doing impactful projects from Everett down to Portland to Honolulu, as well as all across the country. And I love the enthusiasm when we get ready to do a project like this today. So I was wanting to give you just a touch background on the Mission Continues. We're been about 10 years with a mission to empower transitioning veterans through community impact work. A lot of veterans, when they leave the service, they hear things like, "Thank you for your service, thank you for your service." And I know when I left the military 5 years ago, I thought to myself, that sounds so final. That sounds so like I'm done, like my service is done. When in reality, I felt like I still had a lot to give. It may not be as a soldier anymore in the military, but it could be something with my community. It could be something to impact in the people around me. So I love what I do. I get to impact communities all over, but we can't do it without some partners. And I wanted to invite some of our partners up to talk a little bit about what their organization does, what the connection is to the Mission Continues, and maybe just a little bit about themselves also. So I wanted to bring up David from Bank of America. So Bank of America is one of our contributing sponsors for the Seattle 2nd Platoon, and I wanted David to say a little bit about Bank of America.
All right, well, good morning. This is a beautiful day. I take my shirt off, I'm a little bit chilly, but so with Bank of America, we have several different employee network groups within the bank, and I'm part of Military Support and Assistance Group. I'm one of the co-chairs for the Washington State chapter, along with Linda up there, who's with me. And our employee network groups within the bank are designed to help promote professional development, growth within the company, networking within the business, and that sort of thing, and also community relations and community support. And each network is a little bit tied to their specific group. So for me, military. We've been working with Doug here, the Mission Continues, for a little while, for a couple of years now. Yep. And primarily we've been doing work up in Quilceda Elementary up there by the Tulalip Casino. It's kind of a, what would you call it? It needs some help, it needs support. It's a great school, great opportunities, but they need a little help and assistance. So we've built some wonderful flower boxes and spruced up the place and painted and done some work. So it's a pleasure to work with Doug and kind of continue on. And this was a great opportunity to help as well. So.
Well, that's great. We really appreciate it. I just want you to stay up here for just a second, okay? Because I'm going to bring some other people too. I wanted to go ahead and bring from Wounded Warrior Project, Brian, right? So Brian, of course, we're partners with Wounded Warrior Project for a while. I wanted to go ahead and have Brian talk a little bit about what Wounded Warrior is doing up here.
Well, primarily, and thank you for your guys' partnership. We partner with Mission Continues on a national level. So each and every one of these, we're partnered with our alumni teams, come out, support. For those of you, any alumni in the audience here of Wounded Warrior Project? Okay, well there we go. Talk to those guys and find out some of the programs and projects that we get involved with. I would consider us maybe on a continuum basis prior to Mission Continues. So if somebody's hanging out in their house and not willing to come out and that sort of thing, we can assist them getting mental health, physical health, financial health, as well as getting engaged with Ross McGill, who's our outreach coordinator for this area. I personally handle the mental health for the full West Coast, so I'm the regional director on that side. I've got teams in Colorado Springs, San Diego, Arizona, Sacramento. But love coming out here and doing this kind of thing. Bring my daughter with me to work with you guys. Former Navy veteran. Been with the organization for about 2 years, so about the same time you came on, I came on with the Wounded Warrior Project. So any questions throughout the day? We'll probably be here till about 1-ish or so, and then Ross can take over after that. But again, just love being here and appreciate all of you guys and your enthusiasm. And what we call living the logo, helping that next warrior get involved with the community.
Great. Good deal. We'll stay up here for just a little bit longer. Go ahead and bring up Charles Beal. So Charles is with the National Park Service, and believe it or not, I don't know if you knew this, we have a national park less than a mile away, right?
Yeah, probably even closer than that.
Right.
And you're probably familiar with Mount Rainier National Park, right? Olympic National Park, large outdoor spaces for recreation, but we're also embedded in communities with rich cultural sites like Klondike Gold Rush National Historical Park, second to Jackson, real near here in Pioneer Square. We're also affiliated with the Wing Luke Museum, the Asian Pacific American Experience, over there between 7th and 8th on King. And our mission is not only provide you with great recreational and educational experiences, but we want to improve communities as well. So we're super excited to help support Mission Continues and give a little love to the Chinatown International District. Nice.
Stay up here. You're not going nowhere. Stay up here. Just a second. I also bring them from Growing Veterans, so somebody from Growing Veterans want to come up. So I've been involved with Growing Veterans a long time, back for many years now, and I think what they do is amazing. But go ahead, man. So.
All right, I'm Joel. I'm the farm manager. I oversee the farm operations and kind of implement the dirt therapy concept that we use. And yeah, we brought some starts, some certified organic starts. We have 3 acres of certified organic farm up in Linden, Washington that I'm running. We're growing hops for local breweries. We brought some kale. We brought some green onion to maybe plant some of these beds. But our mission at Growing Veterans is to empower military veterans to grow communities, food, and each other. So we use farming as kind of a way to really use informal kind of therapy out on the farm. We help vets kind of network in the local community, get services they may need. Our founder, Chris Brown, is a counselor at the vet center, local vet center. So yeah, we're really involved in the community. We're glad to be here and we're really excited to get to work.
Stay up here for a second.
All right.
From Kevin, I want to bring Kevin in from Team Red, White, and Blue. So they're a good partner of ours.
Right now.
We have a big event coming up with them on April 7th. Go ahead, Kevin. The Run as One event coming up on April 7th.
So there's both in Seattle and in Tacoma. Seattle, they're doing it at Green Lake, and I think it starts off at 10 o'clock. And then Tacoma, we're doing it down at Ruston Way at Cummins Park, and that's also kicking off at 10. But yeah, we do, we try to enrich veterans' lives through social and physical events, and we also do community volunteer work like this.
Great.
Help out with the community. So thanks for
Good,
having
to
me.
stay up here, man. Don't go nowhere.
All right.
Daniella here from Bunker Labs. So we'll go ahead and have Daniella.
Hi, I'm Daniella. Bunker Labs is a small business incubator for veteran businesses. What we're trying to do in Seattle and really in the whole country is that veterans used to come home from work and 50% of them would start businesses. Now it's less than 5%. And of course, small businesses tend to fail 9 out of 10. That's a statistic everyone loves to throw around. So what we do at Bunker Labs is we help with the learning, the development, the pivoting, networking. We partner with Dom up here at the Veteran Business Outreach Center and a ton of other agencies, obviously a ton of other veteran service organizations to really help veterans, develop their ideas, test their ideas, and start businesses and be successful, because we all know that we have what it takes.
All right. Just a second.
Army veteran.
What about Operation Code? Who do we have from Operation Code up here? I see everybody wearing
Jacob,
t-shirts.
do you want to say something about Operation
Just
Code?
remember.
Perfect timing.
You can do that. Go talk about Operation Code, man.
Let's do it.
Introduce yourself, man.
So I'm Jacob, Army vet with Operation Code. Pretty much what Operation Code is kind of transitioning vets trying to actually get into tech, and I'm kind of just here to really help showcase all your leadership skills, because you don't really know, a lot of vets don't really know how to really transition all those leadership skills and apply them into the civilian sector, especially with tech. So we're kind of that little branch.
All right.
And
We
just
also
in
have
between.
free scholarships for all the tech schools, right?
A
For like
lot of them.
Treehouse and all that stuff, right?
Yeah,
So you
Treehouse.
join in.
Partnered up with like Code Fellows. We actually just partnered up with Bunker Lab, so we're definitely in the whole little loop now.
All right. So I have 2 more people to introduce real quick. I just want to introduce Anthony Garcia over here from Oracle. So Anthony, you represent the veterans up there at Oracle, right?
As I do.
Well, come on down real quick. So if you can let him through. Just hoping that maybe he could talk a little bit about what they're doing for veterans up at Oracle.
Like you said, I'm with Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. I'm with the Employee Resource Group there, Military and Veterans Employee Network. And we haven't worked with the Mission Continues yet. And after coming across them, it's exactly what we need. A lot of the problems we have is, planning and resourcing these events. And with the Mission Continues, Operation Code, Bunker Labs, all these different organizations bring is that they set up these events. They allow us just to come out and support and pull as many veterans in our organization as we can and make an impact. So if anything, what we're trying to do is partner with as many organizations as we can to, one, get out what Oracle Cloud Infrastructure is doing and highlight opportunities that exist within our organization, which is Operation Code is a great conduit to get there. And on March 27th, we're going to be hosting a meetup there. If any aspiring developers, anyone just interested in tech or Oracle Cloud Infrastructure is doing, look up Operation Code on 327 and you should find a link to come sign up.
That's great. So plug there. I'll be doing a briefing about the Mission Continues up there that day also. So one more person to introduce, and that's Elizabeth from Code Fellows. So of course we have a lot of Code Fellows shirts. So go ahead, Elizabeth.
Hey guys, thanks so much for being here. I'm Elizabeth Scutchfield. I work for Code Fellows. We are an immersive software development training program that popped up here in Seattle in 2013. And as of summer 2016, we started accepting the GI Bill. And so a big part of our vision and mission is helping individuals make that transition from the military into the civilian sector. And really grateful to have some amazing partnerships. Essentially this fall there was a recognition that we all have these networks that we can pull together to help our students and other veterans who are looking to make that transition into tech. So really we're about helping to grow the network of veterans so that they can more seamlessly make that transition into the tech sector. So have some of our alumni here, including Jake. Who else is our alumni? We have George and David. And Edwin, and George and Edwin just landed at Microsoft, so and Jake's about to start at Amazon. So great opportunities for us to continue to build those connections, and thanks so much for being here.
All right, so Mission Continues, as great as it is, we couldn't do it without partners. There's no way. I am literally the only staff member in the Northwest, so we could not do it like partners. So just like most of us, we're in the military, it's a sign of our appreciation for people, we give them a coin. So what we have here is I have the Mission Continues coin that we give out. I just wanted to give all of our partners up here an opportunity to say thank you for everything that you guys have done for us, and hopefully we'll continue these relationships, you know. And then here you go, a couple more here. Oh, you get one too. I didn't even get to talk about you, man. So there you go, right there. So thank you very much for everything that you guys do as partners. So let's go ahead and mingle back in, and then I want to introduce Alicia real quick. So we'll let the partners kind of mingle back in. Alicia is our volunteer leader on the ground. She's the Seattle Second Platoon leader. She's been doing work with the Mission Continues for many years now, right? Started out as a volunteer, Women's Veteran Leadership Summit that we went to, right? Orientations at the national level, and now she's taken over for the Seattle Second Platoon. So I'm going to let her talk a little bit about herself, and then she's going to introduce our host for the day.
Hi everybody, I want to take a moment to thank everyone for coming out. This is my daughter, Brianna. I want to point out a few things real quick. After we get started, up in the gazebo area, it's after you get up the stairs on the right hand side, is where you're going to find water and coffee. Coffee will be up at the shed, and restrooms will be down over here in the office, and we'll talk about it as you guys are signing up for your projects. But I don't have much to say. I'm going to walk around and talk to everybody while you're out there, and I'll be taking a bunch of pictures. If you don't want your photo taken, just let me know. I won't take it. And then I'll be able to talk to you about different opportunities we have within the platoon. We're looking for leaders within the platoon if anyone's interested. But I'm going to introduce Lizzie. She is the garden manager for the Danny Wu garden here, and she's going to talk about what we're doing today.
Thanks. Kind of overwhelmed at how many people are here. We've never had a work party this big, so thank you so much for showing up. We're going to get a lot done today. This is the Danny Wu Community Garden. Raise your hand if you've been here before. Awesome, so we have a couple people who have. This garden has been in the CID since 1975. It was sort of like one of the birthplaces of Asian American activism in the neighborhood. It's here primarily to serve the needs of low-income immigrant elder residents in the neighborhood so that they can grow their own culturally appropriate food. So we have about 70 gardeners aged 65 and older who garden in individual plots, but we also have a children's garden. We have chickens, and it's also a place that the public enjoys. So it's a really important space in the community, and I'm really glad to have you all here helping out. We're partnering today with City Fruit, and so we're going to be doing a lot of pruning of our orchard. We have over 60 trees, fruit trees, and so we're going to have about 20 people sign up to do pruning with Barbara Burrell, who's with City Fruit. We also have a big donation from GrowCo Compost, and we're going to be delivering bags of compost to our gardeners, and we need people to sort of put them in bags and deliver it to the plots. And Kaylee, raise your hand, Kaylee, is going to be directing that project for you. And then we also are going to be doing a lot of trash pickup this morning. We have a bunch of trash bags, gloves, and things like that. And so those are kind of the three projects we're going to start this morning. And then after lunch, we have other projects as well. I'm hoping that we'll get to do a lot of work today. Okay, so basically after this, you can sign up for pruning, compost delivery, or trash pickup. And if you're going to be doing the pruning, you'll go with Barbara. If you're going to be doing the composting, you'll go with Kaylee, and you all will go up to the tool shed, grab shovels, and then go over to the compost area. And then if you're picking up trash, you can start by doing it right around here and just make your way through the garden. It's 1.5 acres. One note about safety, sometimes we do find sharps and needles in the garden. If you see something like that, let me know, because we don't want you to pick it up, and we'll put it in a designated sharps container. Bill, our operations manager, can help you with that, so you can talk to Bill or you can talk to me if you see something like that. So be careful when you're sort of, I would say don't go into these areas here, like the bamboo. If you can't see the ground, then don't stick your hand in. Entrances are here, and then there's another exit up on up to Washington Street up there, and also all the way down to the end of Kobe Terrace Park at the end of Main and 7th down there. Bathroom key? Do you know what bathroom key is?
Yeah, so we have one bathroom key, and of course it's locked. It's about 50 meters away. What we can do is we can try to set up some times to when we'll bring groups down. So we can bring some groups. That way it's not just constant flow of people having to get down there. Lunch is provided. Okay, so it's catered by Panera Bread. So it'll be here at lunchtime. And I was going to introduce one other person, is a local artist, right? Who is putting in a piece of artwork today. So I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about that too.
Hi. Today I'm going to need a couple of volunteers to help us dig the foundation for this big flower we're going to be installing in the pollinators garden, in the children's pollinator garden. This is a flower that was designed and built as part of a bigger kind of project, and down on Rainier Avenue, sort of north of Safeway, there are 10 big kind of steel flowers. So there was one left over that Seed, Southeast Effective Development, with us is donating to the Denny Wu Gardens. So today we're going to do the foundations. Next week is a really fun part because we get to assemble all these pieces like IKEA furniture, and it's going to be this 15-foot tall, big, bright flower. This is also part of the community outreach that we're doing because myself, Alessandra, and my husband, Dan, we were selected to design some artwork for the new Yesler Terrace project. So in there, we're going to do some giant flowers. So hopefully, you know, it'll be a way to sort of tie the two projects together a little bit. So that's all.
Very, very nice. Thank you.
Yeah, so we'll have maybe one or two people volunteering with Alessandra as well.
We do one big group shot. So here's the thing. So we're going to do one big group shot at the beginning, since some people said they're going to fade away throughout the day. So if we can get everybody to at least squeeze into this area here, and then we'll do one group shot, and then we'll go ahead and get to work.